So in our yoga practice, we always work on many areas in the body. We work on our forward bends and our backward bends, our side bends. And we tend to always include the joints in those movements. But today during this practice, we're going to particularly consider the joints. And when there's much going on, we can have a build up around those joints. They can get heated. So as you take this time to arrive, just notice any gripping in the body. Allow all of the muscles to relax. Have the chin gently drawn in towards the chest so that the back of the neck is long. And just consider the joints, elbows and wrists, hips, knees, ankles, jaw, those areas that can become tight, become rigid. And then we'll take some sighing breaths where we breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Hey, and we really release through the nerves of the body. All that build up, layers of tension and tightness. Hey, just breathing it out. Just letting it go. Okay. And maybe beginning to feel a sense of softening as you breathe out in this way. And then with that sense of release, begin to notice the breath. Might be a little bit more freer now. Okay. And then place the right hand on the belly and the left hand on the heart. And begin to feel the breath in the body. And that gentle rising of the belly as you breathe in. And the way it drops back as you breathe out. And you're feeling it, we're not thinking about it. And that slightly longer out breath. Yay. And it's this out breath that we're also going to be considering during this practice, this sense of decompressing. But we'll begin with a count of 3 in and 3 out. So a slow breath in for a count of 3, and a pause, natural pause, and a slow breath out for a count of 3. Be fully absorbed in that count. And again, just feeling the body's response to the breath. Ujjayi control at the throat. Engages the mind a little bit deeper. Where we close the back of the throat and create that kind of sound, that ocean sound in the back of the throat. Let's take one more round in this way. And then after your next exhalation, in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 6. So we're doubling the out breath. And we feel this beginning to decompress the body, the mind, the joints by the breath. Pause at the end of the inhale. And the still point at the end of the exhale. And notice how the navel quite naturally draws back towards the spine. And there's a kind of mula bandha, a natural mula bandha, where we can draw up at the end of the out breath, draw up through the pelvic floor muscles, and we lock the breath out. We release the bandha before we breathe in for our count of 3. We pause at the end of the inhale, and then that longer decompressing out breath, navel draws towards the spine, drawing up through the pelvic floor muscles. Pause there. As you breathe in, the back of the waist kind of naturally comes up from the ground. And then that long releasing out breath. Okay, soothing the nervous system, stabilizing the mind. And after your next exhale, you may choose to work with 3 in, hold for 3, and your 6 out. Modifying that count in any way if it doesn't feel right for you. But again, at the end of that decompressing out breath, draw up through the pelvic floor, firming the abdominal muscles. Then that release before you breathe in of the mula bandha. Root lock. Mula means root, bandha means lock. Locking the breath out or in. Both have different qualities, different values for the body and the mind. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that out breath and you've released the bandha, take the arms into a square with the elbows at shoulder level out to the side and repeat that. And notice the difference with the chest lifted and open. So we breathe in for a count of 3. We pause for a count of 3. And then we take that long, slow out breath for a count of 6. And this pelvic tilt is a little bit more identifiable with the arms and chest open. Back of the waist slightly lifts up as you breathe in. So you're tilting the pelvis in one direction and then the opposite direction. And when we decompress, we're releasing all of that stale air from the body. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've completed that round, return the arms back down beside you and just pause there. Good. And then a little bit more work on the belly and this decompressing by clasping the hands underneath the back of the head and the elbows come out to the side. Just notice how that feels. Use the out breath to drop the elbows down and bring the feet a little bit closer towards the front of your mat. Just a little bit closer, not too far. So they're still flat. And we're going to raise the head on an out breath. So we breathe in, the belly rises. As we breathe out, chin in towards the chest, raise the head up on the out breath. Navel comes towards the spine. Inhale to lower the head with control. Relax the elbows. Twice more. So we're coming up on an out breath. Navel comes towards the spine. Feel the joints at the back of the neck opening, lengthening. And then slowly as you breathe in, return the head. One more round in this way, coming up on an out breath, navel towards the spine, maybe Mula Bandha, listening to what feels right in the belly. And then when you return the head back down, release the arms back down beside you. Bring the feet a little bit closer in into your semi-supine position, with the feet separate, and gently roll the head from side to side to ease out the neck. Very slowly, maybe roll it to one side and pause there. Notice how the neck responds. And then to the other side. And just pause there, feeling into the neck, this axis joint in the neck, and then gently back into the center. Chin in towards the chest. Inhale, raise the arms up in front of the chest. Hold the right wrist with the left hand and begin to just gradually bring it across the body so the right shoulder blade moves away from the spine as it comes across. And keep breathing out to create that space, create that opening at the back of the heart. And then center. And then the other side, hold the opposite wrist. And as you breathe out, the arm journeys across the body. Hey, breathing out, opening up that shoulder blade. Hey, really feel the shoulder blade move away from the spinal column. And then when you return back into the center, interlace both fingers, turn the palms up towards the sky and unplug both shoulder blades, move them away from that spinal column. The chin's drawn in so the back of the neck is long. And then gradually inhale, take both arms up and back overhead. And as you breathe out, feel that you're releasing from the elbows, from the joints of the fingers, from the wrists, that lovely sense of lengthening and opening. And then maybe one leg extends long and you feel that opening through one leg. The toes point towards your head, and then the opposite side. Extend the opposite leg long. So both legs long now. And feel all the joints of the body. But keep breathing out. So you're breathing out any heat, any inflammation. You're breathing it out. You're just letting it go. Hey. Good. Decompressing from those joints. Lovely. And then return the arms back down beside you. Bring the right knee in towards you. Hold the right knee. And bring the left knee in to meet it into Apanasana, both knees in towards the chest. And just pause there. Just pause. And as you breathe out, feel the lower back soften, release. Decompressing into that lower back. And then place the hands on the knees with the fingers pointing towards the feet. Keep the knees together and begin to make circular movements with the hands. The shoulders begin to become involved, feeling into that lower back. Good. Maybe gradually those circles begin to get a little bit more larger. And then the opposite direction. And then center. And then separate the knees and take them in opposite directions to open up the hip joints. Hands again very lightly on the knees. Shoulders, elbows involved. Back of the neck is long. Keep breathing out any tightness, any resistance here. And then the other way. Oiling the hip joints. Work in this way, we're increasing that synovial fluid in the joints, keeping them lubricated. One more round in this way. And then to work a little bit deeper into the hips, place the left foot on the mat, right ankle on the left thigh. And just using the right hand gradually, gently, extending through that right arm as you just ease the right knee away from you. Breathing out any tightness here. Now for some of us this will be enough. But if you're taking it further, we're threading that needle where we bring the head and chest up. The right hand comes underneath the right leg. We hold behind the back of the left thigh. Maybe the left leg comes up, if that feels comfortable. Maybe the head comes a little bit closer towards the leg, but the right knee moves away from you. And you're breathing out any resistance, shoulders soft in that right sacroiliac joint. Good. Maybe the head comes down if it can. Try not to put too much pressure on the neck. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then lower that left leg, plant it on the mat, give the right knee a hug, replace the right foot. Take the arms a little away from you, just windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Keep breathing out. Dropping into the back body. And then the other side, bring the left knee in, give it a hug, flex the foot to protect the knee, place the ankle on the thigh, and just gradually ease that left knee away from you with the palm of the hand. With the palm of the hand. And if you're taking it further, the chin comes in towards the chest, we raise the head. Maybe the leg comes up, hold behind the back of the right thigh. As you breathe out, left knee moves away, right leg moves towards you, head moves towards the leg. And then just slowly lower the head down, keeping the leg raised. Good. Keep breathing out, left knee moves away. And then from here,
Drop the right foot, begin to lower the right foot down, release the hands. Give the left knee a hug. Plant the left foot down. Windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Then into that lower back. And then when you center, take the feet nice and wide and drop the knees in towards each other and just pause there. And the breath returns back down into the belly. Good. And then bring the feet together. Have the arms down beside you with the palms down. Root down through the hands. Bring the knees in towards you, keeping the arms and the hands where they are. So begin to feel the belly engage. And then slowly raise the legs up. Raise the legs. The movement emanating from the belly. Maybe the heels a little bit higher than the toes. And just pause there. And really feel the grounding through the hands. Keep breathing out any tightness in the backs of the knees and just let them drop back in towards the chest very gently. Back in towards you. Just to release them. Good. And then again, just slowly raise the legs up. Extend the heels a little bit higher than the toes. Hey, keep breathing out any tightness. Notice how it feels here. It's all about the out breath, all about releasing tightness from the muscles. And then slowly back in towards the chest and give them a hug. Hey. And again, just pause in Uttanasana. And then from here, rolling up to sit. So maybe the hands behind the backs of the knees, maybe rolling onto your side, just coming up into comfortable seated position for Kapalabhati. If you're sitting on your block, sit on the edge of the block so the knees drop forward. So Kapalabhati, so this is where we take that gentle in-breath through the nose and a slightly more forceful out-breath through the nose. And what we're looking to achieve here is that movement of the diaphragm. So it gets everything beginning to fire up inside the belly. So the suggestion is that we take 40 rounds of Kapalabhati, and because we've been forcing the breath out, at the end of those 40 rounds, we take a nice long slow breath in. We hold the breath in, chin to chest, Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha, draw up through the pelvic floor. So we're locking the breath in, we're containing the breath in. Then when we're ready, nice long slow out breath. So up to 40 rounds of Kapalabhati to bring energy into the body. Deep inhale. Chest comes up to chin, chin to chest, Mula Bandha, locking the breath in. Relax the shoulders. And then a nice, long, slow breath out. Okay. Keep the eyes closed down. Just pause there. So in the winter months, it can be really helpful to work with Kapalabhati in the morning just to get everything moving. Good. And now into our side bend. So the right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Bring the left arm up beside the ear. Reach up into the fingers. And then plant the right hand down as you bring the left arm across. Maybe lifting that left elbow up, gazing up into the crease of the elbow. As you drop the right elbow comes down as the left elbow comes up. And you're feeling that in the left side of the rib cage. Left knee moves away. Good. And then a deep inhale to come up. Plant the hand down. Pause there with both hands down. Spine nice and upright. Hey, breath in the belly. Then the right side, plant the left hand down. Right hand comes up, reaching up into the right fingers. Lifting the right elbow to open up those intercostal muscles. As you breathe out, left elbow comes down, right elbow comes up, gazing up into the crease of that elbow. Good, keep breathing out. You can always modify the hand, move it in different areas. The more you move the left hand away, the more sense you get of that opening. Good. And then deep inhale, bring the hand back and gently plant the fingers on the mat. Nice upright spine. Hey, breath in the belly. Little bit of work on the hips. Release the feet. Release your blocks or your blankets. Plant the feet down. Take the hands behind you with the palms down. Separate the feet. Lift and open the chest. Lovely way to open up the hips. Simply take both knees to one side, lifting the opposite hip, and then center, and then to the other side, and center. Just do that a few times. Move down through the back hands. Okay. So again, we'll think about ankles, knees, hips, wrists, elbows, into the neck. Good. Take one more round here. And when you come back into the center, plant the feet down. And just drape the arms over the legs. And if you've got socks on at this junction, maybe take your socks off here. Prepare for the rest of the practice. Keep the toes nice and relaxed. And really open up the back body. Hey. Let the head drop, the weight of the head drop. Root down through the sitting bones. Breath in the belly. Hey. And then from here we're coming into Janu Shirshasana. So the left leg is long, extended, and the right foot comes inside the left leg. Any problems with the knee, you can always take the right foot under the left leg. But we'll turn to the left side first of all, so the right hand outside of the left knee. And from the tailbone, begin to turn. Left leg very active, toes point towards you. Breathing out and softening as you turn. And then returning back into the center. Face that left leg, raise the arms up, reach up into the fingers, and exhale forward into Janu Shirshasana. And just gaze beyond the toes. Gaze beyond the toes, soften into it. Okay. And take the breath into the lower back. Okay. Take the breath into the lower back. Release from that lower back. Little toe moves towards you. Back of the knee drops down, but there's a softening. Okay. One more breath here. And then inhale the arms, bring you up, take them out to the side, release the legs, shake the legs out from the backs of the knees. And then the other side. If you find this knee's coming up in this way, just take the foot under so it's a lot softer on the knee. And then we turn. Use the back hand to support you, gazing over the shoulder. Back of the knee drops down as you turn. Good. Dropping into the bones of the body. Soften as you turn. Use the left hand as a lever on the outside of that right knee. Notice what you feel here. And then unfurling back into the center. For your forward bend, inhale. Raise the arms up, looking up between the fingers, and exhale into your forward bend. And just pause there, gaze over the toes. Okay, plant the hands down. Breathing into the belly and out from the belly. Okay, soften into that forward bend. Feel the release through the lower back. Feel the lower back widening, softening. One more breath here. Inhale, the arms bring you up. Take them out to the side, release that left leg. Again, drum the backs of the knees down. Prepares us nicely for Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, forward bend. Plant the hands down, gaze over the toes. Or you might choose to use the index fingers around the big toes, just to gently encourage that forward bend, depending on the length of the arms and the length of the legs. Good. Keep breathing out. Yeah, softening. Okay. Feel all of the joints opening as you breathe out. So again, there's that decompressing in this forward bend. But we're coming from the belly, not from the head. In. One more breath in. And then inhale, raise the arms up. Take the hands just a little bit behind the hips. Plant down through the hands. And just slowly lift the hips up and point the toes away. Draw the shoulder blades in towards the back body. Nice strong arms. And then drop the hips and the buttocks down and swing the legs round into Vajrasana, sitting back on your heels in Vajrasana. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, modify if you need to. A little bit of work on the arms. So bring the arms up in front of you. Take the left arm underneath the right, palm facing you, and just draw it across the body. So feel that shoulder blade opening on that side. And then center. And then the other way. Draw the shoulder blade out from the spine. Yeah. And then bring the hands down, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up, gazing up to the fingers of the left hand. And then lower. And then the right side. Inhale, right hand up. And lower. Just have the palms on the thighs with the palms facing uppermost. Close the eyes down. Take the breath into the belly. And let go of that gripping quality of the muscles. Just drop into the bones. Hey. And then bring the hands down beside you. Take them a little way back. And if you're able to, lift the knees. Lift the knees up. So we work into the joints of the fronts of the feet, into the toes. Good. And then we turn the knees down. And then tuck the toes under. Bring the hands onto the lower back and just gently encourage the back body forward in this way. Good. And then bring the right hand down onto the right foot. Just touch the right foot and the opposite hand, left hand comes up. And then the other way. Keep the hips coming forward. Now you can either continue with that, one hand at a time, or if the lower back allows, come into a strasana. So plant one hand down onto the heel of the foot and bring the opposite hand down onto the opposite foot. And draw the shoulder blades in, and lift and open the chest. Strasana, camel posture. And then from here, release the hands, release the feet. Come onto all fours and tap the fronts of the feet. Yeah. Spread the fingers, take some cat movements. Dropping the belly as you breathe in. Nice long, decompressing breath as you breathe out. Yeah. And go again. Inhale. And exhale. After your next exhalation, pause in your tabletop posture. Take the right hand above the right ear. And we're just simply going to lift that right elbow up and bring it to the center. So we inhale, shoulder blade comes in towards the spine, looking up to the elbow, and then center. One more time, inhale up. And then center. Release the hand, opposite side. Take the hand to the top of the opposite ear, so just above the ear. Inhale, look up to the elbow, and then center. So you're feeling that movement in the scapula, feeling that movement in the shoulder blade. Looking up to the elbow, and then return. One more time. Feeling that shoulder blade coming in towards the spine, and return. Bring both hands down, threading the needle through the upper body, where we take the right arm under the left, keep the thighs upright, right ear comes down, back of the right hand onto the ground, and creep the left fingers to the crown of the head, and lift the left elbow, left shoulder blade coming in towards the spine. Good. Good. Root down through the back of the hand, it's on the ground. Feel that movement in between the shoulder blades. And then gently back into the center and then to the opposite side. Just slowly take the hand under, back of the hand down, the ear comes down. Root down through the back of that underlying hand, the elbow comes up, thighs upright. Hey, good. Feeling that shoulder blade move towards the spine. The underlying shoulder blade moves away. Top shoulder blade moves in. Good, lovely. And then slowly back into the center. Come onto all fours. Bring the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider than the shoulders. And begin that forward and backward motion. Look in between the hands as you take the hips back. Maybe just allowing the body to come all the way through. So we're thinking about wrists here and belly. And then giving to the hands as the hips take you back. Still gazing forward. So breathing in to come through. And breathing out to go back. If you're happy to take it further, the next time that you come through, bring the feet towards the buttocks. And then drop the feet down, hips back towards the heels. And just twice more in this way. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Deep inhale, release through the belly. And back. Pause here. Drop the forehead down. Relax the arms. Hey. And then return back onto all fours. Spread the fingers, wrists underneath the shoulders. And gaze over the right shoulder and bring the right hip forward as if you're bringing the hip towards the head. And then center. And the other side. And I'm feeling that in the neck. Once more each side. Just gazing back. And center. Good. And this time when you center, pause. And then we'll include the feet. So as you turn over to the right shoulder, bring the feet up and bring them forward, as if you're bringing them towards the head and center. And then the left side and center. And then when you come back, drop the hips back towards the heels. Take the weight off the hands, forehead down, knees nice and wide. Dropping into the front body. Softening the breath, softening the belly. Hey, just decompressing the body. Yeah. And then returning to your all fours. And coming down onto your forearms. Forearm cat. So same principle as cat, just dropping the belly down, but slightly different reaction to the spine. And then long out breath, chin comes in, navel comes up. Then go again. Inhale, dropping the belly. Hey, nice long out breath. In. One more round in this way. And when you've completed that round, have the gaze forward. And from here, come into forearm plank. So we take one leg back and we tuck the toes under so we come onto the ball of that foot. And then the opposite leg back, keeping the body lifted, hovering above the ground. Draw the lower ribs in towards you. Good. And then from here, heels move back towards the wall behind you. Lower the body down onto your front, into Sphinx. If the lower back complains, bring the hands forward. Gazing forward, toenails down into Sphinx. From here, begin to turn to gaze over the right shoulder from the tailbone. Nice and slowly, keep the head up. Try not to lead with the chin. Keep the back of the neck long, keep the ears level as you turn. Looking towards that back foot. And center. And then to the opposite side. Feeling that in the lower back. Keep breathing out any tightness. Hey. And then return to the center. And just pause there in your Sphinx posture. Use the out breath to encourage the crown of the head to move up. Drop the shoulder blades down the back body. Backward bends, bringing energy into the body. Hey, drop into the ground. Through the front of the pelvis. Yeah, let's take one more breath here. And then from here into child pose, bring the hands back towards you. Sweep them round into child pose, forehead down. And take some breaths. Okay. From here, we're coming up into downward dog, but we're doing it slightly different today. So sweep the hands forward for your downward dog, tuck the toes under, lift the knees a little way and allow them to hover above the ground. So feel strong through the hands, feel strong through the wrists. And then take the knees to one side, and the centre, other side, and centre. And once again, to the side, and the centre, to the opposite side, and the centre. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out into your downward dog, decompressing the spine. Let go of the head. Hey, just allow the head to hang, yes, no with the head. And then slowly walk the hands towards you. Come into a squat, but have the knees together in this squat and the arms out to the side. Good. And you're looking forward. Okay. And feel that release in the lower back in the squat. And then tuck the toes. The toes are where they should be. Drop the heels down and come up to stand. And come up to stand in Tadasana, feet forward. And just take some time to just settle into your standing posture. Good. So all the joints now a little bit more loose, a little bit more open. Good. And then bring the arms forward. And just allow the fingers to drop down and have the wrists, the fronts of the wrists moving forward and the shoulder blades moving down the back body. Okay. Good. And then the other direction, the heels of the hands forward and the fingers pointing towards you. Lengthening through the arms. Good. Okay. And then release the hands down. Take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Take the elbows out to the side. And then lift one heel as you go to the opposite side, center, opposite heel. And then find your rhythm. Hey. And feel as though as you turn, you're breathing out any tightness through that upper spine. Hey. Good. Lifting the elbows. Again, you've got that feeling of the shoulder blades moving in, moving out. This is where we hold a lot of tightness here. Good. And then allow the arms to swing nice and long. Hey. Good. Eyes at horizon level. Also working the eyes here. Hey. And then gently slowing that down. Good. And then bring the feet together. Come to the front of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Drop the head towards the hands to release the back of the neck. And whenever we come to a standing practice, the standing part of our practice, tune into your breath so that we're not beginning the practice from our head, but we're beginning the practice from the breath. And when the breath feels settled, and when the inhalation arrives, inhale, bring both arms up. Pause and exhale, forward bend, long out breath, decompressing into your forward bend. Let go of the head, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway, out through the mouth. Soft knees, inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up out to the side, palms together, and exhale, hands to the heart. Twice more in this way. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. All the way down. Knees soft as you come down to release the lower back. With the knees soft, you're working into more of the joints. Halfway. Inhale. Hey. Good. Lovely. Deep inhale, arms bring you up, all the way up. Palms together. And exhale. Hands return to the heart. One more round. Deep inhale. Lift open the chest. Bring in that new energy. Breathe out. Empty out all that you no longer need or desire. Hey, halfway. Flat back. Looking forward. Out through the mouth. Deep inhale. Arms bring you up all the way up. Palms together. Tilt the head to look up towards the hands. And exhale. Return the hands to the heart, to the hridaya. Pause there. The same vinyasa, this time with the left leg back. So we inhale up from the ground upwards and pause. Exhale, forward bend all the way down. Uttanasana, inhale halfway. Exhale. Left leg strides back, looking forward. Drop the hips, lift and open the chest. Good. Drop the back knee, release the back toes. Rise up onto the right knee. Place the hands on the right knee. Variation of the hands. First variation, inhale, exhale, hips forward. And return. Arms out to the side. Exhale forward. And return. Inhale, arms up. Exhale forward. And return. Frame the front foot, looking forward. Coming up into warrior one, tuck the back toes under. The back foot is flat, turned out 45 degrees. Inhale up into warrior one, arms bring you up into warrior one. Encourage the right hip forward, bounce the hips forward. Breathe into the belly, out from the belly. Into warrior two. So simply the left hand windmills forward, the right hand comes forward. You just modify the feet. Back foot turns out slightly. Gaze at the nail of the middle finger. Breathe into the belly, out from the belly. Reverse warrior, front hand, palm comes up. And as that palm comes up and over, take your gaze to the back hand, which comes to the back leg. And pause. Lifting the elbow, front elbow. And then windmill the hands forward. Come into a kind of flank stretch here. So again, you frame the front foot. Extend through the front leg if you're able to. If not, bend the front knee. Lift the back heel. And then walk the hands a little bit further forward. Bring the back foot to meet the front foot. And then inhale the arms up, out to the side. And exhale, hands to the heart. And drop the head to the hands. Right side, again, inhale up, from the ground upwards, and exhale, forward bend, all the way down into your forward bend. Inhale halfway, out through the mouth. Slowly the right leg emerges back from the belly, and you're looking forward, and the shoulders are soft, and you're feeling this through that right hip flexor. So keep breathing out any tightness here. Good. Relax the toes. Really work down into the bones of the feet. Use the ground. And then from here, drop the back knee down. Release the toes. Rise up onto the front knee. Drop the tailbone down. Drop into the back body to begin with. So we're not leading from the head. Inhale. Exhale forward. And back. Arms out to the side. Exhale forward. And back. Raise the arms. Exhale forward. And back. Bring the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, plant the foot down to come up into Virabhadrasana 1. Turn the foot out slightly. Inhale, arms bring you up into Warrior 1. Breathe into the belly, hand out from the belly. Feel strong. Strength and stamina that we take into our daily life emanates from these warrior postures. Good. Into Warrior 2. Right hand comes down, right foot comes out slightly. And then we gaze at the front now, middle now of the front hand. Good. Back of the neck is long. Again, have that sense of back dropping into the back body. Reverse warrior, front hand comes up, back hand down. Bring the hand up and over, look towards the back hand, lifting that front elbow. Good. And then windmill forward. Frame the front foot. Now, slight variation here. Bring the back foot to the front foot and return to your squat where the knees are together and you're looking forward. Yeah. And then from here, slowly drop onto your back body. So drop the heels, take the hands behind you and come into your semi-supine position, laying on your back with your knees bent. And just pause there. Drop into the back body. Hey. Take the arms out to shoulder level for your spinal twist. Feet on the ground. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, knees to one side, head opposite direction. And you're breathing out, you're twisting out any build-up. Inhale, center, and exhale, opposite side. Yay. And just continue in this way, working with your own rhythm of breath. Breathing out, navel naturally comes towards the spine. Hey, into the center, out to the side. Breathing out from all the organs, from the belly. This purifying twist. And really drop into the back body. So feel that support underneath the back body. Hey, and you're leaning into the out breath. And just allow the out breath to carry the knees down towards the ground. Let's take one more round in this way. And when you've taken the knees from side to side, take them over to the right side and bring them up to where the right arm is out at shoulder level. And just relax there. So they need to come quite high up and they're on the ground. They're on the ground. The legs are on the ground. Good. And maybe that right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Yeah, just gently. Just comes and rests on that left knee. and the left palm faces uppermost. And maybe the left arm comes a little bit higher than the shoulder if that feels okay. But if there's any pulling in the shoulder, then return it down. So the left arm, that's it. But it's in contact with the ground, so it's fully supported. So the right hand onto the right knee, palm down, palm down. Okay. And just soften that left shoulder blade and soften into it. Any areas that feel tight or gripping, just relax them, even the right hand. Maybe the left ear drops down. And then release that right hand. Deep inhale, bring the knees into the center and take them up over to the left side, all the way over to the left side, up towards the left outstretched arm. Left hand comes to the outside of the top knee, the right knee. Right arm fully supported. If it doesn't come down towards the ground, maybe the knees have gone too far over. But you're relaxing into it. There's no holding on. Okay, just softening into it, the breath in the belly. And we begin to have a sense of the inner breath when we breathe in this way. Breathing into the belly, breathing out from the belly. Okay, one more breath here, deep inhale, deep exhale. And then release that left hand, bring the knees back into the center, semi-supine position. Return the arms back down beside you. Pause here, feet on the ground. And then 2 versions of the bridge during this practice. First version is with the hands clasped underneath the back of the head. So take the hands underneath the back of the head and the elbows drop out to the side. Keeping the head where it is, inhale, come up into the bridge, lift the hips, lift the heart, pause there. Return the spine down, and at the end of the out breath, raise the head up and the elbows come into the center. Long out breath. Good, lovely. Inhale, lower the head. Pause. And then again, inhale, come up into the bridge, give to the feet, lift the hips, lift the heart, pause there. And then that long, decompressing breath. And at the end of that breath, the head comes up, elbows come into the center. Yeah, long out breath. One more round in this way. Use the ground underneath the feet. Root down through the big toe joints, coming up, elbows drop out to the side. Long, long out breath. Navel comes towards the spine at the end of the exhale, maybe a Mula Bandha drawing up through the pelvic floor. Head comes up, elbows come in. Good. And when you drop the head down, release the arms down beside you. Pause there. So the arms down beside you now. And then finally, to finish, inhale, come up into the bridge, take both arms back, up, back overhead. Pause in that lift, settle into the shoulders, settle into the feet, back of the neck long, lifting the belly. Maybe a Mula Bandha to keep that, maintain that lift of the pelvis. Okay. And then when you come down, slowly down, bring the knees towards you, head to knees. A long out breath. And then keeping the knees where they are, drop the head back. And circle the ankles. And then drop the feet down And take some resting breaths. Okay, and then coming up to prepare for your pranayama practice and have everything you need for your relaxation. You have your socks. And sitting on your block or your blanket so you get a little bit of height through the spine. So Nadi Shodhana, using our count of 3 in and 6 out. Right hand comes up. Gently draw the chin in towards the chest. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale left nostril for a count of 3. Close the left nostril. Exhale right nostril for a count of 6 or up to 6. Strong in breath for a count of 3, up into that right nostril. Close the right nostril. Exhale for a count of 6, out through the left. And continue in this way. Pause at the end of the inhale. You can choose to work with 3, 3, 6, where you hold the breath in for a count of 3. At the end of the in-breath, if you're working more strong, you may choose to include the Mula Bandha on that hold. Release the bandha before you take the next part of your breath practice. Let's take one more round in this way. When you've completed that round, release your hands and slowly lie down. the legs long. Drop into your posture and relax the body. And we'll finish with an autogenic relaxation sequence. And this is where, with each direction given, you repeat it quietly to yourself once in the pause aloud. So for instance, I'm beginning to feel calm and quiet. And then you would repeat to yourself, I'm beginning to feel calm and quiet. I'm beginning to feel comfortable and quiet. And then you would repeat that to yourself in the pause aloud. And so on and so forth. I'm beginning to feel quite relaxed. My left foot is heavy. My right foot is heavy. Both feet are heavy. My left ankle is heavy. My right ankle is heavy. Both ankles are heavy. My left calf is heavy. My right calf is heavy. Both calves are heavy. My left knee is heavy. My right knee is heavy. Both knees are heavy. My left thigh is heavy. My right thigh is heavy. Both thighs are heavy. My left hip is heavy. My right hip is heavy. Both hips are heavy. My whole left leg is heavy. My whole right leg is heavy. Both legs are heavy. My left hand is heavy. My right hand is heavy. Both hands are heavy. My left arm is heavy. My right arm is heavy. Both arms are heavy. My left shoulder is heavy. My right shoulder is heavy. Both shoulders are heavy. My neck is heavy. My jaws are heavy. My forehead is heavy. The whole of my face, head, and neck is heavy. My whole body is heavy. My breathing is getting deeper and deeper. My mind is still. My mind is quiet. My mind is easy. Nothing exists around me. I'm comfortable and still. My mind is quiet and still. I feel a new sense of well-being. I'm breathing more and more deeply. I'm calm and peaceful. I take a deep breath and I begin to stretch my body. I'm filled with new energy. I open my eyes. I wiggle my fingers, wriggle my wrists, ankles and toes. I gradually roll onto one side and I sit up very slowly. Namaste.